Where do you think you are from? Africa Black.
Yo, AfricaBlack. The pull up, the wrap up, I do a little bit of everything. And today I am reviewing, it's this guy, The Desirable Truth, episode 93. I like his content. The title of this one right here is called The Dark Underbelly of the Credit System, Austin, Texas. He do his thing, and I'm gonna check it out, see what's what, give y'all my input. All right, let's get it.
What's your credit score?
I love that, like 800.
How easy is
I'm a
it?
finance major. You gotta have a great credit score. It's legal discrimination if you don't have good credit, by the way.
You heard that? It's legal. Hey, first quarter, my boy spit out the facts. It's legal discrimination. That's like really. Let me back this up a second. I know it's long. I don't want to do too much backing up, but that's deep. Listen.
Finance major. You gotta have a great credit
Listen.
score. It's legal discrimination if you don't have good credit, by the way.
If you don't have, and I was talking to my guy, Papa Duck, about qualifications, or how qualifications are the new racism, or is the new racism. It's, boy, that was deep, boy. Just think about what he said, and think about how they use that to. Oh boy, let me continue. I don't want to get too deep on that.
So, how easy is it to live in 2024 with an 800 credit score?
Pretty easy.
What are some of the things that you could do that people with lower ones couldn't?
I'll give you a perfect example. I was buying out my car at the Audi dealership, and they said, hey, it's Mr. Petkovich, it's going to take you 20, 30 minutes to run my Audi and get your finances. He came back 5 minutes later and said, you can pick any car on the lot and drive it off. Do you want a new car? Do you want to buy out your old car? What do you want? They're just, 800, boom, yeah.
Okay, boom. First things first, he's talking about credit, right? So, I mean, don't get me wrong, credit is good, but it's all about the type of life you want to live, right? Like me, I feel like personally I'm entirely out of the matrix. So it's like, I'm big on it's not what you make, it's what you save, it's what you have at the end. So like, I'm not even big on the whole new cars. And I have perfect credit actually. And I'm just not big on the new cars because like, I just know what it comes with. I know the kind of payments it comes with. Even if you do have great or perfect credit, it still comes with a lump sum. It comes with a hefty payment. And, risk over reward. And you also got to think about like DTI. And I just like my DTI to be high. I don't want it to be low. Like, for example, if my payment for the brand new auto at the lot is, let's say $1,000 a month, and I'm making 5,000, which is great money, right? A month. I'm still left with 4 to do everything else. It's just like not my thing. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Having credit is hella perks. Like he said, if you into that, then cool. I'm just not really into that like lifestyle to where I have the newest. But it's just the DTI is just too high for me. I'm straight. But shout out to him. Perfect credit can definitely get you places and get you things that you want with convenience,
So,
Have you ever experienced bad credit in the low 500s?
never. No, I started building up my credit when I was 18. I got a credit card and built it up.
But do you think the government and the credit system makes it harder for people who had financial hardships in the past?
Yeah.
Of course it does. Before he even answers, of course it does. But like credit, it in my opinion, it kind of like summarize or paraphrase the kind of person you are financially. Like if you are good responsibilities, your credits tend to be a little higher. If you're bad with organizing your money and paying back whoever you got to pay back and stuff like that, then it's usually lower. I mean, not to sound shallow, but that's just what it is, honestly.
Yeah, but credit's a direct indication of financial discipline. If you have poor credit, it's because you have poor spending habits and you don't have financial discipline.
Exactly what
you're
I
spending
said.
more than you're making. You're not paying off bills on time. That's all on you.
Exactly what I said. So it's like a direct reflection of how you tend to your financial responsibilities,
You don't magically wake up with bad credit. Most people have poor credit scores because they're just overspending the tap, the apps now where you're...
And that's so true with the convenience of spending nowadays. with this technology is very scary because you can just tap anything, pay for anything, and a lot of times you're not using your money. You're using credit. And they may make you think you can afford these things because it's so easy. You just tap in this, pay this, put your credit card number in, and then at the end of the month, you get hit with all these fees because you damn near you really paying the minimum payment. And you could be stuck with that for a decade plus if you're just making a minimum payment month after month after month.
Your credit card's getting charged, the subscription services, right?
Subscriptions, you know how I feel about that.
We're no longer taking out cash and spending it. So it's a lot easier to spend money now. You're just tapping everywhere. That's not really your money. It's the bank's money.
Would you say that you both have...
Me and him kind of said similar things in different ways, of course, but it made sense.
a high credit score?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, dude.
We've compared.
Oh, yeah, dude. Over 800 for
we
the both of
openly
us.
share bank accounts, credit
We're completely
cards,
open about
credit score, all of
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we have separate accounts. She
Everything's
spends her
separate.
stuff.
Everything's
I spend
separate.
my- But we know each other's stuff.
Yeah.
There's no secret.
The moment we got into a serious relationship, it was like, here are all of my accounts,
Yes,
and
sir.
here are all of mine. And this is what's going
I like-
on in my life. This is what's going on in yours.
Like what? Like 8 or 9?
That's the most open you can be with someone if you want to build a life.
How easy has life been with an 800 credit score?
Hey, I will say, just because you have an 800 credit score or high credit don't mean your life will be easier. Financially speaking, of course. It doesn't mean your life will be easier because, like, credit is mostly for, like spending convenience. You feel me? So it's like you can qualify for more things when you have a high credit score. Like I have a high credit score, right? So if I compare myself to somebody that has a low credit score, it's probably a little easy, like I said, for me to qualify for things, but that person with a low credit score still can do what I could do. It's just in a different route. He might have to skip over or jump over more loops than I have to. But I mean, I would rather have a high than a low score for sure. It's not like, oh my God, it's the biggest cheat code in the world. We rich now. It's not like that at all.
Man, I don't think it gets easier than that.
What are some of the things that you could do now
I really want to hear this because so many people be cap about what you can do with a high credit score.
that you couldn't have done back when you had a lower one?
Oh,
The sucky part is that I don't think I've ever had a lower score. I never really did.
I was trained by my parents once I got a credit card to treat it as cash. That way it was
And that's the best thing you can do. Treat your credit card as cash. Only buy what you can afford. Someone told me a while ago, if you can't afford to buy it twice, don't buy it once. You really have to treat it like credit card. Like it's cash money.
Really building as a positive.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we
Like
were
I never
trained
thought
from
like, oh, you
early
have extra. I guess it was the way we were taught to handle our credit.
So you've never experienced bad credit before?
Correct.
But do you think that for the people,
Sounds like a dick.
but do you think the credit system,
Nah, hey, it sound like you sound like your people taught you right. Don't be trying to be humble for nobody. You feel me?
makes it harder for people who experience financial hardships
Oh,
to get ahead?
For sure, absolutely.
The credit
It's all a
system
joke.
is fucking dog shit.
It's all a joke.
Literally right now
100%.
we're trying to buy our first investment property, and just the fact that the credit system will sell your information to anybody fucking trying to finance is complete dog shit. I know there's legislative stuff going on right now to try to stop that, but it's just complete bullshit.
I agree.
No, people are taught that credit is their way to live, so they max out their credit cards, paying their bills, getting their groceries, getting their clothes for their growing children. They're taught that this is the way you survive, when really it's just making them negative in their like long-term success.
And in the way it is, this is the United States of America. If you don't owe anything, you don't fucking, you don't make any money.
Yeah.
So borrowing is the way to go. However, I think we're on the positive side where we never have to experience the negative side.
Hey,
Hi.
shout out to them.
We're the wireless company.
Shout out
with
to them.
nothing to hide. Seriously. Hidden fees? We don't.
Would you say you have high credit scores?
I mean, I got like that 680. It's almost, it's in the good category. I work out.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he laughed like, I thought he was gonna say he had an 800 the way he laughed. Like, I thought, man said a 680.
That's 700.
Yeah. I got that 620. My lowest is 580. But
she needs some work.
we're building a house, Lago Mars, Texas City, baby.
We're doing life, dog.
Doing life, dog.
Do you find life to be harder being that you're in the low and high sixes?
No.
What happened?
Do you find life harder to be in the low?
See, and that's what I mean. Like, you still can get what you're trying to get with a low credit score. It's just harder. Interest rates might be higher. The qualifications are just stricter, basically.
High sixes of a credit score?
No, I mean, like, whenever we needed an apartment, we were able to get an apartment. Whenever we were able to get a car, we were able to get a car.
Survival.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a position where your credit score was too low and you couldn't do things?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That was me after my divorce. My
Yeah.
credit score was like 495.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, it was hard to get a good, like a decent car, you know, at least for a decent interest rate.
That mom and daddy. Yeah, mom and daddy, I'm gonna need your help for a second there.
And did you feel like the credit system makes it harder for people who experience financial hardships?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure. Like, America is based upon credit, but like, who determines that? You know what I'm saying? Experian, TransUnion, and then you have, what's the other one?
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of like rigged because
It's super rigged. But it's super rigged. It's super rigged. Credit is super rigged.
you can make all your payments on time, your credit score will go up like 2-4 points.
And that's why I say it's rigged, because you can do great for a long period of time and your credit score only goes up a small amount. You make one simple mistake, and it's like 100 points, 50 points. It's like, and there's be barely anybody to speak to try to get like direct attention.
It's a month, right?
Yeah.
You miss one payment, it drops 90 points.
And God forbid,
The
you
boy said an exact number, 90, like it happened to him.
personally cancel a credit card, they'll drop your score
They'll
for
drop
you
it.
personally cancel a credit card. They have to cancel the credit card for you.
Would you say you have a good credit score?
Oh yeah, I have an excellent credit score. I work offshore.
Okay, what would you say it is?
9.75.
Cap! Cap! My boy said 9.75.
975?
Yeah.
Cap!
I believe it can go up high.
Hey, he is the exact and the perfect example of folk just be capping in winter to talk. He ain't making no sense. Not nan sense.
But I'm good enough to where I can drive to a Lexus dealer and drive off.
Cap!
Do you feel like the credit system is set up to make it harder for people who were broke in the past?
Hey, and I'm not judging or like stereotyping at all. My boy said 9.75. I don't care who said that. What? And then he said 975. He said, yeah. What? Which one? Do you know 975 is a completely different number from 9.75? And either one of them makes sense. Literally.
Absolutely.
What gives you that idea?
It's because your past always haunts you no matter what. And it don't matter what you do, what you try to fix, however you try to fix it, it's always going to haunt you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like, I'm a convicted felon, right? And they don't ever stop looking at, well, you're a convicted felon. And I just laugh at them. I was like, I'm a convicted felon, and I make $975,000.
Yo, what are the odds, fam? My boy makes not. So that means he makes. He only makes $1 million a year. Oh my God, man, what are you talking about?
A year legally, and I own 3 houses, and I'm about to get my own apartment complex. You know what I'm saying?
But what are some of the things that you struggle to get
Cap
as a convicted felon, even though you're making almost $1 million a year?
Freedom.
Where do they block you?
Everywhere, brother. Everywhere, brother. And
For the people who don't know.
exactly, everywhere, brother.
Yo, you could tell the host is Jamaican. I don't even know if he's Jamaican, but I think he is. For the people that don't know, like, his accent be coming out is crazy, man. Salute to him. I really enjoy his work.
block you everywhere. It's so hard. That's why it's so hard for convicted felons not to go back. Because once you come home, the society don't want you. You know what I'm saying? They all make up, I don't know if you've ever been down before or not, but they all make up this bullshit thing called changes and whatever. That's just a bullshit write-off, man. what I'm saying?
So you couldn't get like a regular job if you wanted to?
Me? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm an oil field. I'm deep oil field. That's one thing a convicted felon can always turn back to is in the oil field.
Oil field. He said he works oil field. They make 970. So you telling me they almost make $1 million oil? Hey, salute to you. Boy, I might need to switch careers.
How many kids do you have together?
1 and 2 total. 1 under, before me.
I was a single mom for 4 years, and then we got together, and then we have a 2-year-old son now.
How much do you have to make annually to take care of a family of 4?
Between the both of us, I don't think it'd be anything more than like 80,000, but
In Texas.
we're over 200 between the both of us.
My boy, and he ain't asked how much y'all made. He just said, "What, my boy? Hey, we're over 200." I wouldn't want to make it known. Hey, we over 200. I bet he try to say that he makes a lot more than she. I could tell her the kind of guy. I'll make like 150. She makes like 50. Together it's like over 200. He ain't even asked that. He just want a chance to you feel me? To stunt.
That's on the low side.
Over 200K between the two of you?
Absolutely, on the low side. On the absolute low side.
On the absolute look. Hey, my boy. Hey, look, fam. We could talk about it, but I ain't asked you that. Let's be real.
Calculating, she's making probably like between 40 and 50.
Told you.
I'm over 200, so.
Told you. Wait. Over 200, so that's $250,000. He just said, well, I guess it makes sense. Yeah. But first he said 200, so I'm thinking like 150 and she make 50. He just wanted it. Bruh, you gotta watch for guys like that, because they be, any chance they get, they want to flex. Like, fam, why?
And what are the things and what things are you able to do with your family making that amount together?
We go on at least 2 vacations a year.
You name it, bro.
A week long.
Hey, shout out to the host, man. Sometimes he be like getting stuck, but he think real fast. He was like, damn. Hey, how do he keep his composure always? Because some folk just be funny and he don't never like crack.
Or so, maybe like a week and a half so. We make sure we prioritize time together. We made it a point at least once a month we go out together, just us two, which is why we're here, of course. And then aside from us going out alone, we take our kids out every weekend. Once we have free time, we figure out what the kids want to do, where they want to go, what we can do to make them happy, things like that.
And are you able to... Shit.
Take your time, bro. We're gonna answer it.
My boy cracked. I've never seen this before. I literally just said that, and he cracked. Like he. Oh.
Every question you got, we got answer, bro. You're good.
I literally just said this, and that's crazy. Shout out to him, man. You a great host, dog. I like you. I like your content a lot, man. Salute. It happens, man. Keep it going. And he ain't edited it out, so salute, man. You kept it in. It is what it is.
Let's see. Are you, hold on. And how often do you go out to eat?
Like as a family
only
or
on the
like
weekends.
her and I?
Only on the weekends.
Just in general.
Monday through Friday, our credit cards and debit cards, they don't have a fucking charge, bro.
Discipline.
We make lunches,
Saturday and Sunday,
breakfast
that's
at
the only
home.
fucking money we spend. We don't fucking.
Look at how much money they make, and look at how they spend their money. Discipline is so important. Now, with them making $250,000 over, they can afford to go out every day and eat. They can afford this, depending on the other expenses, of course. But for the most part, they can afford that. And look, they said Monday through Friday, our credit cards are locked. Discipline, y'all, for real. Sacrifice, for real.
We don't waste money, bro.
We make sure for work we have our lunches prepped, we have breakfast prepped if we need.
Yeah.
On the weekends, that's when we splurge.
We hit up our Sam's Club on Saturday or Sundays. We load up for the week. We don't fucking waste a single penny during the week.
Salute to that couple. Again, man, I love your content. The desirable truth, the dark underbelly of the credit system, Austin, Texas, man. AfricaBlack, the wrap up, the pull up, you know all the good stuff, man. We just reviewed that. Let's get it.
Where do you think you are from? Africa Black.